Dear friends, Namaskar. Namaskar to those who are watching this program from various parts of the world. Today, I am going to deliver my lecture in English because I feel that words of my agonists should disseminate it to the world communities. And to make a communication bridge, English is the most useful language. And I will proceed in that direction. It is a country where religious minorities start their mourning hearing the abusing word Malaun. It is a country where temples, churches, and pagodas of religious minorities can be demolished by mobs without hindrance from government law enforcement personnel. It is such a country where perpetrators can rape a religious minority woman with impunity. It is a country where the homes and property of religious minorities can be seized very easily. It is a country where it is not at all a crime to insult or kill a minority. All such operations are a common practice by the majority Muslims of the land. The name of the country is Bangladesh, where 25% minority lived 60 years before. Now, only 7% minority Hindus are left. It seems that their birth in their own land of 1,000 years is a sin for their whole life. In Bengali, I should say, they feel that জন্মই আমাদের আজন্ম পাপ, মানে এই দেশে আমরা যে জন্মগ্রহণ করেছি সেটাই আমাদের আজন্ম পাপ. On 5th August of this year, resting on the shoulders of students, the bigoted sectarian political parties toppled down the Awami League government. Immediately after the fall of Awami League government, a violent persecution on Hindu minorities turned into a worst communal riot, which has even undermined the brutality of 1971 massacre. Over 7,000 minority homesteads and business were looted and set on fire in the presence of law enforcement personnel as well as Bangladesh Army. On that period, countless minorities were brutally killed and several Hindu women were raped and lost their sanctity. But the government administrations were completely silent. Such a stance of the government on the issue of the minority oppressions are not a new phenomenon in this country. Although the current UNIS government of Bangladesh continues to express their heavy-handed engagements for tackling these anti-minority acts, but it has never taken any credible and visible initiatives till the date. In view of such injudicious assurances, today Bangladesh minorities have to think of credible practical solution by involving international communities. As a human rights activist, on behalf of the minorities of Bangladesh, we should urge to the United Nations to deploy their peacekeeping force immediately in Bangladesh to protect and save 13 million displaced minorities in the country. Another important issue in relation with the minority oppression is that, from our experiences, I should say, all the communal rights that have been orchestrated in Bangladesh since the last 70 years were rooted in the anti-Indian movement in Bangladesh. Therefore, India cannot pull away her responsibilities for the persecution of minorities in Bangladesh. Based on this situation, we urge the Indian government to exert all possible intense diplomatic pressure on Bangladesh government to force them to take necessary protections to save the minorities of Bangladesh. This is my earnest request to the Bangladeshi minorities living abroad to expose to the world communities about the oppression of minorities in their country in one voice, and also seek humanitarian cooperation from the world community to save the distressed minorities in your own country. Thank you all. Namaskar again.